Alright, hey everyone. Okay, so we've got some Sonic news for you today, and it's some really cool merchandise news. So before we get into this, please, if you haven't done already, click that subscribe and bell notification button, because it really does help support the channel and the work I do. And if you'd really like to support the channel, please don't forget to check out the Patreon page. Links to do so are in the video description. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get on with today's news. So for a very long time now, Sonic fans, and especially fans that like to collect Sonic merchandise, have been crying out to Sega, and LEGO for that matter, for a proper Sonic-themed LEGO set. And yes, before you all mention it, I know there was the Sonic in LEGO Dimensions pack, which, let's be honest, was quite amazing. No, really, it was really cool. Aside from the fact you got a pretty cool Sonic figure, which was LEGO themed, you could also build a few little simple items from Sonic's world as well, which was also quite nice. And the game itself was also really awesome, especially the Sonic themed stages. But you know what we're like, we want proper LEGO, we want proper things to build, we want entire playsets to construct. Well, it looks like we're going to be waiting for a little bit for those. Now, in the past, there have been attempts to make Sonic-themed construction toys. One of the earliest examples was a Meccano kit, or Erector, as I believe it's known in the US, and there was also some really cool minifigures from the company called Palandone. They released a Sonic and Tails LEGO-inspired set called Pixel Bricks, and I'll be showing those off a bit later in the video. Well, the news today is it seems that another company has decided to take up the mantle of trying to give us some Sonic-themed LEGO. Now, the company is named Toynamics, and you might have heard of them, especially if you collect Pokemon-themed stuff, because they're the company that helps distribute a toy line called Nanoblocks. So you might be thinking, what's Nanoblocks? I've not heard of those. Well, it's a form of construction toy. Basically, I don't want to say knockoff LEGO, it's just a different take on the construction toy, but it's very similar to LEGO from the looks of it. And what this company does is they basically make small models that you can construct fairly simple. There's only usually like 100 to 150 pieces per pack, but you can usually create some figures which are very heavily LEGO influenced. I mean, the figures that you're looking at now are from the Pokemon range, but guys, come on, you can clearly see the LEGO themed influences there. Well, it seems that they've been given the rights to make official Sonic versions of these Nanoblock figures. And I know what you're thinking now, ooh, which figures are we getting and what do they look like? Well, the big thing with these figures is usually there's the question, oh, is it going to be classic Sonic or modern Sonic? Well, for fans of modern Sonic merch, your time has come. The entire range of figures is modern Sonic themed, so every figure that I'm going to be showing is based off modern Sonic, but that said, there are some classic influences here and there, which I will point out and highlight as we go through them. So let's take a look at the first figure in this set, Modern Sonic. So here we go with the Modern Sonic figure, and yeah, I've got a feeling that you're either going to love these or you're going to absolutely hate them. And to be fair to Nanoblock, this design is actually in keeping with their Nanoblock range as a whole, and it also closely resembles the Palandone Pixel Brick figures, which came out about 2 or 3 years ago now, so I'm not that surprised or put off by the actual design, but I imagine those that didn't actually get the Palandone Pixel Bricks set might be a bit put off by this, but I actually don't think it looks too bad considering it's made up of individual blocks to give that pixel-like effect. I think it looks pretty good. And you can tell it's Modern Sonic as well because they've given him the green eyes there. But it's also something about it which looks very classic in nature. I mean, the shoes do look very classic inspired from what little we can see in this image, and it's the traditional Sonic finger wag pose as well. So it's a modern Sonic, but it's really classic themed. Anyway, let's move on to Tails. Okay, so the Tails figure, again, it's very classic in nature, but apparently it is based off modern Sonic Tails design. Now, what's interesting about this still image is you can't actually see Tails' tails, but they are there, you just can't see them very well. I don't think this figure looks too bad. Unfortunately, I don't think it looks as good as the Palandone figure. In fact, comparing these two figures to the Palandone figures, I really don't know which ones I prefer. I think I definitely prefer the Palandone Classic Tails figure to this one, but those Sonic ones, I genuinely don't know. Now that said, let's move on to the next range of figures, because these ones I do like, and I like a lot. And let's start with Dr. Eggman. Okay, so that figure is awesome. I absolutely love that. Dr. Eggman here is based off modern Dr. Eggman, as you should have realized by now, but wow, I absolutely love that. I love the fact that they've managed to get his giant oversized mustache in like a Lego-style block form, and his eyes as well look so cool, and even his goggles, the fact that the little block pieces look like his actual goggles as well, looks so cool. Something tells me that the Eggman figure might be one of the more complex ones to make, just because of all the intricate little pieces. You know, he's got different colours here and there. I've got a feeling that's going to be the hardest one to make, especially given the experiences I had trying to construct my Palindome figures back in the day. So I really like the Eggman figure. I think that's my favourite figure in the series so far. I'm definitely going to pick that one up when it comes out. What about you lot? Do you like the look of that figure? Please let me know. Anyway, let's move on to the other figure that's in the set, and it's another good guy, Knuckles. Okay, so like I said earlier, I have a feeling that you're either going to love or hate these figures, and I know that some people are going to absolutely hate this, but I kind of like it, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's kind of weird and creepy looking, but I think there's something really cool about that. I mean, it's a Lego blocky style inspired figure. Of course it's going to look a bit strange, but I don't mind that. I think it does look quite alright. I love the shoes. I don't know what it is. I mean, he has like Lego style shoes anyway, does our Knuckles, but yeah, I think it kind of looks okay. I think it kind of looks funny because there's something about the eyes. They look a bit, I don't know, kind of loopy. It's the fact that you can see the top of one, but you can't on the left one, which is why I think it looks a bit strange. That one's probably going to look a lot better in the flesh, I think, when you actually get it and build it. But I do love the fact they've actually given him a proper pose, so he's got his fist out. That's really awesome. Anyway, there's two more figures in the set. Let's move on to the next one. It's Amy! Oh! Okay, so I said, oh, but I genuinely don't know on this one. Like, sometimes when I look at this image, sometimes I love it, and sometimes I absolutely hate it. So let me explain the parts that I love. I love the headpiece on it. Is that the right word to use for this? Headpiece? I'm not sure. Please let me know. Yeah, the head of this figure, I kind of like. It clearly does resemble Amy, and Amy isn't a very easy figure to do in this set when you think about it, considering it's made of blocks, you know, and her hair, it's not easy to get right. But yeah, you can clearly tell that that is Amy. Now, I think the reason why it looks a bit strange is the angle they've taken the photo at. It looks like her neck is her body, and then it looks like her neck just connects to the bottom of her dress, and then there's two legs coming out. Oh my god, it looks like that old meme. You know, the meme where there's just a head and there's legs coming off it? I can't remember which one what the meme that is, but that looks like the Amy Rose block equivalent. So I think it's going to be a case similar with the Knuckles one. It's probably going to look a lot better when you actually build it and you have it there in the flesh and you can view it from better angles. But I'm not so sure. What do you guys think of that one? Let me know. Please let me know your thoughts on Amy in the comments. Is it cool or does it belong in the green hell zone? Anyway, we move on to the final figure in the series, and I've got to admit, this is probably one of the coolest in the set. Maybe it's cooler than Eggman. Well, I know that some people are going to think it's the coolest, and it's also the character that says, I'm the coolest. It's Shadow! That looks awesome. Shadow looks awesome. It just looks like a really cool figure. Now, I'm not the biggest Shadow fan in the world. I know that there's a lot of Shadow fangirls out there. I can hear them screaming now as I show this picture. I'm not the biggest Shadow fan. In fact, one of my favorite jokes is, I am Shadow, the perfect children's toy. Well, now we've got the perfect children's toy right here. But I'm not the biggest Shadow fan. I have taken the mick out of him a lot in the past. I've kind of mellowed out a little bit more now, but that figure looks really cool and really awesome. I think it kind of looks cool because it looks like they've given him some really angry eyes. He looks mean. He almost looks like a villain here. Now, I know he kind of like supposed to be an anti-hero, but there's just something about him that screams, I'm gonna rip your face off. He just looks scary and almost terrifying, which is, I don't know, he just looks really cool. It looks like a really intimidating figure, at least I do. Am I alone in this? Is this like one of those examples of you will either love these figures or you will absolutely hate them? Are there like loads of Shadow fans watching this now that are like, I hate this. What have they done to Shadow? I hate it. It's horrible. May it burn in the fires of the green hell zone. So what do you guys think about all these figures so far? I'm sort of on the fence, but I'm leaning more towards the side of I really, really like them. I think I'm probably going to pick these up anyway because they didn't have any prices available on the catalogue that I was looking at. However, I've checked out some of the Pokemon stuff, and typically they're priced at around £9.99, so they're substantially cheaper than a lot of the Jack-specific figures that are coming out at the moment. So that's kind of interesting, the fact that they're at a cheaper price point, and there is just something really, really cool about building little figures like this, such as the Palindome figures. They actually took me a long time to make, so you do get your money's worth from constructing these. How well they're going to stay together, though, is another question, because the Palindome figures, they did tend to fall apart quite easily if you sort of handled them and moved them around quite a lot. So yeah, I'd be quite interested to see how secure these figures actually are when you construct them, so that's going to be something to keep an eye out on. But anyway, guys, please let me know your thoughts in the comments, as usual. Do you want these in your house? I haven't been screaming that during this one because I'm genuinely sort of 50-50 on them. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm probably going to get them just because I want to build them and construct them, because so yeah, I will be putting these in my house. I will be building them. I want these figures. Yes, I do. I definitely want the Eggman figure because that figure looks so cool, and definitely want to get the Shadow figure. Probably the Amy figure as well. The Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, kind of 50-50 on those at the minute, but we'll probably end up getting them anyway just so I can build them and make them look really cool on my shelf. So anyway, guys, that's all I can say at the moment on these. No release date just yet, just that apparently they definitely are coming later this year, so keep your eyes open for that one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out these figures with me. It's so cool to show you this stuff ahead of everybody else, so once again, guys, if you'd like to see stuff ahead of everybody else, please click that subscribe and bell notification button for more Sonic news updates, as well as cool Sonic history videos, and also some cool gaming documentaries and retrospectives, which will be coming up very, very soon as well. Anyway, please let me know in the comments which one of these figures is your favourite, if indeed you have a favourite, maybe you hate them all, or is there one figure in particular which has caught your eye and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get that figure, I'm gonna get it in my house, I'm gonna build it, I'm gonna put it on my shelf, and it's gonna look awesome. Anyway, guys, that's all I can say on this, so thank you very much for checking out this video, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.